Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. I am Count Christo and this is the Light of the East campaign. In the last episode, we attempted a blitzkrieg knockout punch in a war against Hungary and Sicily. It didn't go very well. We ended up burning down all of Hungary. It's kind of a shame we weren't on a looting war, but it's a good thing that we weren't, because then we would have damaged the precious development in Sicily. Meanwhile, we are preparing for a war against the newly rebelled Sardinia and Naples. So we're going to keep gathering up our units for that. Where are my transport ships are all moving right now, so I'll let them carry that out. And because we're no longer at war with Hungary, Hungary and France, everyone all at once leaves the military coalition. We are currently eligible targets of a coalition for a lot of people in Milan. So we will see. We will see. Okay, we can get new tech, which means we can unlock our new idea group. Amazing. Do we wait to get admin tech 25 before we start buying our admin ideas? No, we don't. We have talked extensively about what our next idea group should be, and there was talk of diplomatic, there was talk of state religion, there was a lot of talk about logistics as well as fortification. But the answer is state religion. And with the unlocking of state religion, especially once we unlock Deus Vult, we do need to begin raising our piety. Right now, our piety is at 20%. I think that's not counting the extra piety we got from taking the group yet, but we are facing religious turmoil in the empire right now, which is obviously problematic, but we're seeing what we can do with automated suppression to lower the unrest in all these provinces, and of course we're still working on conversions. We're about to get another merchant, which we will use in the Crimea to help spread the one true faith to some of the remaining areas in there that are still holding out against us. And apart from that, oh yes, and we're also spreading it in Baghdad to try and get some of this land converted. Not all of it directly held by us, but all of it going to be directly held by us. So we might as well start trying to get that flipped as soon as possible. Soon, please. So we have lots of money, which we are saving because we are now able to build a bank in Constantinople, correct? Incorrect, because I need a city hall, which we definitely have. I need urban population of 40,000, which I definitely have. We need Diplotech 23. Okay, that's the next one. Okay. So we're going to fill out trade ideas first. I don't know which of the trade ideas unlocks it. It's probably the second one, because it tends to be the second one that unlock things in my own taxes. But war-wise, obviously aggressive expansion is a big concern. So maybe I actually don't go against Sardinia, because even just taking these 14 developments, it seems tough. I think we might get a coalition problem if we take Sardinia. The thing is, when a coalition fires, what I'm going to do is like beat up the coalition using defensive estate levies, and then like be ready to piece the coalition out, declare war on France, piece the coalition out, and then use the estate levies on France. That's the plan. But we'll see. All right, so we're going to... Yeah, we don't want to take land right now, so we should do loot wars. We have the ability to get to war with Pisa and thereby loot down Ferrara and Friuli again. Friuli is kind of a tragic story, isn't it? They had, like, all this land. They've just been brung low. When is our truce with Hungary? It's not that long. Yeah, 7 years. Sorry, 6 years. 6 years. I'd like to get to war with Milan, which obviously I could do because we have a claim on them. Do I want to spare the men that it would take to fight Milan given the potential rebel problems I have right now? Like the Tarnovan separatists, there'd be 34,000 of them, so I have to leave 2 of my armies at home. How many men does Milan have? Milan has 22,000, that would probably rise. It would probably double. They're allied to Switzerland and Verona. There needs to be a special interest button on here. That would be so... Oh god, that would be so good. We can leave 40,000 men at home to deal with rebels and send the rest against Milan. Let's mobilize a war against Milan. To get to Milan, we'd need military access. Okay, obviously Milan here. We need military access through, ideally, Bohemia and Austria, which is probably possible because they're both likely to dislike Milan. I don't think I actually have relations set anywhere. I should change that. Let's put relations under estates. Opinion, rather. Oh, they actually don't mind Milan. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Right. So, we're not going to attack here immediately, which just means I should focus on transporting my boys home. And then... Are you going to take attrition? I thought there was tons of supply limit here. Oh, there is. Okay, they're not taking attrition. Good. I really don't like that you can see this. This hatching makes it really difficult to read the unrest map mode. We've basically got Serbia under control. With the deployment of these new units. Let's move this full stack up to the north, and then we can rebel suppress from up there. Converted Thessalia, good. That's like all our Greek population over there, so let's continue our conversion efforts in the east. Why is my conversion so bad here? There is a heathen temple. Okay. Heathen temple. Get burnt down. Now we can convert it. There aren't any other heathen temples around here, are there? Because I'm going to burn them down. There's one. No, thank you. Any others? No. And that doesn't cause the unrest you get from destroying the heathen temples in the event, which is obviously a little, a little odd. But we won't question it too much. Alright, you guys come over here. Cool. Alright. Bringing these men over should be good. This lot obviously need picking up. You're doing them. This one. Oh no, our natural scientist. She was so good. She was half price. What shall we replace her with? I mean, Diplotech cost is going to be pretty useful in the not too distant future. Construction cost minus 25%. Oh, but he can't be promoted. That's a shame. I guess we're going to go with the Inquisitor for the missionary strength. We don't tolerate people anyway. So I'm going to go with him, and I am, I think, prepared to pay 60 ducats. Am I prepared to pay 60 ducats in advisor costs? You know what? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to spend 2,000 ducats to promote him. To get that sweet, sweet 16 admin techs. Yeah, rest in peace, science lady. She was a mainstay of our technological development during a dark time. Excuse me. Split? Why can't I split this navy? Am I an idiot? What's the split button? It's not possible to split units on the automatic transport mission. Oh, why not? Alright, done. Good. You guys have rallied up, so here's the fleet. A bunch of them can go repair. And a bunch of you go back to privateering. This, by the way, this income, well, it's less good now because we're paying the guy, but 416 ducats without our ships deployed. Let's take a look at how good it gets when we have them deployed. There's so much less money in the Adriatic after we burnt down Ferrara and Venice. It's amazing. Sorry, Venice. Tyrrhenian Sea, please. And the other 6,000 can protect the Aegean. And we'll see how much we actually gain from protecting the Aegean, because it's not going to be as much. 137. 137, it's not, yeah, it's not staggeringly high. Let's see. 137 goes to... with the huge addition of these ships. And remember that the ships up here are also helping. By lowering the amount of transfers from traders downstream we suffer from. It's 13 ducats a month with those ships. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. You guys hop on here. You guys go and port there. You guys, once you're ready, go privateer the Adriatic. You hop on. you go to Constantinople. Good. And there's a bunch more local universities. Excellent. It's not going to help our autonomy in a few of the regions I built them, but our autonomy at the homeland is just so good that it's really not that much of a concern. The annexation of Serbia obviously cost us a good 1,000 Diplo points, which is part of why we're looking a little light right now. You guys meet me here, actually. Yeah, Age of Discovery is ending, not that that matters. Just affects what events can fire, I believe. You guys can meet them in Constantinople. Lost trade conflict against Naples. Oh no. We were thinking of maybe going to war with Naples just for the purposes of burning them down, but I think I'd rather not get a truce. Because the next actual conquest we want to do in Europe is Sardinia, Bari, and Salento. And ideally this province, whatever it's called, Cosenza. Not sure how you pronounce that. We are fabricating on them right now, aren't we? Yeah. Can't get another claim until we're at 50 and we just got caught. That's unfortunate timing. Let's get a claim here. We are already spying on Milan, which is good, because we'll need the siege speed. We're just tanking the too many military leaders for now. We're way ahead of time, so it's not a huge concern. Right, get ready for the loot war against Milan, and then once we've finished Milan, it'll probably be time to go against Spain, Castile, that is to say. And because we vassalized Granada in the last episode, we can feed them back. We can right now peacefully vassalize like a whole ton of people, which is quite funny. If we look at this is something that happens in MEIOU and taxes because the development count is more accurate than in vanilla, which means that when you have this much development, you have a truly staggering quantity of development compared to small provinces. Like all of these nations, including, hilariously enough, the Knights, Florence, Padua, Geneva. Oman would accept it right now. Oh man, I actually might take you up on that. Because Fars is one of the people... Alright, we should finish the getting of Fars. So hey Fars, here. I've already influenced you. Have a gift. You need to get 21 opinion. Okay, we need to save up a bit more money and then we'll be able to get a Fars subject. And we're also going to get a Sistan subject. But maybe I should swap Sistan for Oman. Because Oman, I'm not sure we want Oman as a subject. I think I want to own their ports sooner than I would get them if they were a subject. But maybe not. Because our relay ports are going to be Basra. Which side of the port is this on? Yeah, this one. Or maybe, actually, this one's probably better, but it doesn't have a... Oh, no, it does. I'm not sure if Strait of Hormuz counts as a natural harbour. But yeah, I guess the only relay port we'd be giving up is Muscat. But I think that is too much to give up. I think we're not going to vassalize Oman. I think we're going to vassalize Sistan so we can have these kind of dual vassals holding Persia for us while we focus on Arabia and trade ports around here and getting into India. And then later we integrate Persia when we can build big roads there. And, local centers. Chiefs are withholding taxes. Our land, our rules. Give me 1,000 ducats despite having a 2% influence rating. And I'm going to give it straight to the lesser nobles. This is what I think of you, tribals. I'm just going to give the money immediately to the lesser nobles. Here you go. Speaking of the nobles, anything we can revoke peacefully? Yes. Tax exemption. I would like to get rid of that before I demote greater nobles. Lesser nobles, rather. We might want to loot Mongolistan. They probably don't have very much loot. Yeah, I mean, there's some there and some there. Is that it? Or is it? Oh, no, they've also got some over here. What we were thinking about with Mongolistan is subjugating them. I'm not sure how we would do that exactly. Because, I mean, they're blue. Sorry, green. So they're a perfect tribal subject. So I think we're going to feed like up to about here, like up to here. We're going to feed to Sistan. Or maybe not. Maybe the boundary should be here. We feed up to there to Sistan. And they get like this bit. And Fars gets this bit. Basically. and then it's kind of like two little oblongs next to each other. And then Mongolistan keeps all this land, because this is obviously a really nice border, like either here or here. So we're going to probably have Crimea own all of that, and Mongolistan own all of that. But we're talking long term here, so. Alright, so Fars, come on Fars, love me. We need one more tick of income and then we should be able to get that. Oh, I can actually also do transfer trade from them. That'll probably make it a bit cheaper. Yeah, now we only need 13 opinion. Are we improving with you yet, Sistan? No, they accept reforms. They're just like, they just rolled over. You wimps. Don't even dare resist my reform attempts. You love to see it. Burgers, you have privileges, right? Yeah, what do you have? Oh, they have minor autonomy. Yeah, we should revoke that next before we revoke the greater nobles. So speaking of greater nobles, let's demote them. It's going to put lesser nobles disloyal, but only very slightly. And I love continuing to crush the influence of the greater nobles. We don't get pop-ups about where they change anymore because of the wonderful utility decisions Justice Fighter made me aware of. I will begin improving relations with you. We can stop improving with Fars. We're not bullying. I'm being accused in chat. We're not bullying the lesser nobles. We're bullying the greater nobles into making them lesser nobles. All right, Fars, you need 13 opinion. I'll give you 14 as a treat. And next month they will become our subject. Amazing. We don't want to give gifts and stuff to Sistan because their relations change based on improved relations faster. Sure, whatever. I don't care about that event. I want to kill that event because it really adds nothing to your experience. It's just spam. You can probably get rid of it by changing the religion settings. I know we're not going to ally them and stuff yet, although we have guaranteed them because it slows the rate at which improved relations works. Hey Fars. Welcome to being a vassal. It's a good experience. You'll enjoy it. There we go. Look at that. Nice little paper mill acquired. Oh, and they have cores. Oh, they have cores on Sistan. That's problematic. I don't think you're going to get that one. But I didn't realize they had cores. That's great. So we can feed all of Karaman to them. We'll do that next, actually. That seems good. Right, so Fars we can give their cores back to, and we will do that as the next war, I think. We'll crush Milan, and then we'll come down here and do a little bit of management. Might also conquer some of this land while we're in the neighborhood. Hey Fars, do you have claim? Okay, you don't have a claim on Hormuz, but you have one on Hassa, so we should get a war goal on Hassa. And I already have one on you. Fars has a conquest on Oman. Do they? Ah, yes, because this is Oman's province. Nice. Okay, so we already have all the war goals we need to declare down here. Spectacular. Hejaz, you have the claims we need on Banu Rassi. All right, a bunch of eastern expansion is warranted, but first, crushing Milan. It's going to make us make possibly less money because we're privateering so much from the Tyrrhenian Sea right now. We're getting 13 ducats out of the Tyrrhenian Sea, those poor bastards. Let's establish whether sending half of our trade fleet to privateer the Adriatic even makes sense anymore. I suspect it might not, because the value in the Adriatic is just so destroyed by the heinous things that we've done to Venice. I mean, it was not pretty. We didn't check the population before and after, but I mean, it was not nice what we did to Venice. I'm tempted to take Venice for myself. Like, because these are our main European borders, but maybe we should allow ourselves trade outposts. Like, we should hold Naples, Venice, Liguria, or something like that. Very, very limited, but just as kind of trade posts. I don't know. I think we probably shouldn't, but I really, really want the great cathedral that's in Venice is the problem. But anyway, not yet for sure. We need to burn the area down a bit more first. If we are to have trade posts, we will build them ourselves. We are not thieves of others' development. We make our own. There we go. That's the power of suppressing rebels. We look like we're going to be able to actually reduce those rebellions to non-existence. That's pretty nice. Obviously, we have a cause to be made here. Where are the other 2 cores? Ah, yes, of course. Up here. Anything else we should be doing? Revoking privileges from the burghers? We were talking about that. No more governing locally. I want all that autonomy back, please. Okay. They grudgingly adapt. Come on, you're not gonna hit me with the minus 25%. You're not gonna hit me with the minus 1 stab on 25%. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't dare. Yes! Oh, baby. It's exciting every time, man. Excuse me, you were not meant to take attrition. I was told there was sufficient supply. Alright, you guys send a single unit north. And then some of you go over here. Or actually, merge up with these guys. We're reorganizing the Navy as well as the Army, because we need the right size transport ship navies, which is 24. Seems good. Seems good. Oh, nice. The ability to gain some church influence for effectively free. You love to see it. Yes, please. Give me that extra 5% church influence. I adore church influence. We're currently not spending for the tier 6 education that we were earlier, by the way. We're just targeting level 5, because when we went up to tier 6, it cost like an extra 800 ducats a year. And it was a little too intense for us. You guys are also coming up north. You can stand here safely. You guys take a transport over to Constantinople. 3 armies should be sufficient to fight Milan and Switzerland. I suspect. We'll see. All right, so the men are moving north. A few more universities. Got any more cheap universities? It's not that cheap. I mean, we're just building the University of the Nile, basically. We built 5 universities. I think we built 8 universities in Egypt in the last 2 episodes, which is a little mad. A corrupt advisor, the master recruiter. That's unfortunate. You are not special enough for me to spend 90 monarch points keeping you, so get executed by the very men he recruited. It must sting. I will absolutely take the siege ability guy. Oh, or the manpower recovery speed. Oh well, we can't promote him anyway. Yeah, siege ability is stupendously important. Seems real good. All right, men are moving north. Is 3 armies enough? 1 army outnumbers Milan, and we're ahead of them on military tech. You have fortification ideas. That's going to be annoying. I think 3 armies is sufficient. And we can afford... Yeah, we can't afford another full army right now. So I'm not going to send another one at them. Just splitting these up. And then this one again. Going to cost another 400 ducats to build another unit. Okay. Christianity is still in decline, which is great. We might turn off those events. Can I do that? Can I do that in the 30 decisions? We also might want to make blasphemy a crime. I'll check on what's required to do that. Automatic construction events, don't show me them. Cultural unrest events, I want them to show me. Investiture requests autonomy. All requests for event caliph ones are automatic, yes. Estate change events are hidden, yes. Communication recalculation events are hidden, yes. Provincial and estate construction events are disabled, yes. All cultural unrests are shown, yes. Okay, so I don't think we can see... I don't think we can set that manually. Oh well. Let's take a look at our decisions menu. We haven't done this for a while. So we can seize wheat, which gives you like a truly pathetic bonus for a single year. Doesn't seem that good. You can assimilate, lower the autonomy here, which we're not that concerned with. Appointing the Emir al-Hajj is not worth it. Converting heretics peacefully. So this is the one where you spend a diplomat to start working in a particular place, but we can just have them work like normally. We could do a policy of intolerance. I guess that's just expired, which is why the unrest is getting better. But I don't think we want to do that. I guess it's recalculating our church influence right now, because it seems to think we have none. And what was the one I was thinking about doing? Right, blasphemy a crime. Which gives you +1 tolerance, but +1 national unrest. And 5%, 10% fanaticism. We might want to do that. Because that +1 unrest is essentially entirely negated. But I don't think that's worth it. I think we can get high just from... get high, haha. I think we can get high piety just from not having these useful minorities. I think that will be sufficient, basically. Plus, you know, the idea groups. Obviously. Alright, you guys can go back to suppressing rebels. I mean, we seem to have the rebels under control. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's see if we can actually get them to tick down to nothing. And then we can declare the war and actually send our full force into it. But, yeah, that seems prudent. You know me. I like prudence. You can go north as well, in fact, as it turns out. Okay, Milan, we're coming for you. The war goal is this, which means we'll be able to peace out easily, even if we have to kind of fall back and just hold the war goal. Which I think is extraordinarily unlikely we will have to do. And I should start seeing a bunch of these tick down. Yes, we brought the Tarnovan separatists under control. Separatists, they want to leave. It's one of those great tooltips. We should be giving favors to the greater nobles, but not ones that are going to cause them to demand privileges. And another 51 months before we can revoke from them. We're basically happy with how the estates are right now. I mean, look at that. Double influence for the lesser nobles compared to the greaters. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Stay hydrated, folks. I love this water bottle. It sounds a little bit like a bird, doesn't it? What do you think? Can you hear that? All right, let's get these guys recruiting. Let's delete these cavalry. And let's cancel one of the infantry. We're going slightly over, but not badly. And one of the guys in there is going to be that mercenary re-inherited from Serbia. Okay, anything else we need to do? All right, we're still at the naval cap, right? We're actually not. Okay, give me, oh yeah, we were going to look into how much money we were actually getting from here. Okay, we get 5 ducats from the Adriatic. It's still worth privateering. Because the trade, yes, there's less money, but the trade power is actually lower. Jesus Christ. We have 45% control in the Tyrrhenian right now from our pirates. That's so good. Let's get even more. Hey, pirates, have 3 more. Sure, we have a crippling shortage of timber. I know. But honestly, the cost of our merchants, our ships, is not that bad. Like, we're spending 17 ducats on our fleet, and we're actually earning more than that just from our privateering alone, let alone the extra trade income we're getting from it. It's a great time to be a trader in the Ottoman Empire. Sorry, the Turkish Empire. We have reformed, of course. Truce with Banu Rassi has expired. Perfect timing. We'll be down there shortly. But for now, the men are assembled. Milan. Oh, Milan is in a war. What terrible timing for you. So, do you want to full call anyone? Probably not. In fact, I know no, because we don't want to fight any more than we have to, because Milan is going to be one of the tougher nuts to crack. Not that they're going to be that tough, but tougher. Oh, baby. Look at that. I love that. We have the Constantine Speech. So what is that speech? And thus it must be. Milan must be brung low. Long live the Turkish Empire. And we can get 20,000 manpower in exchange for 60 diplo power. Sure, give me a month so I can unlock this, and then I'll put us negative by taking this. And of course we're going to strongly encourage looting. We're going to burn Milan to the ground, and the tribals are going to help us with 2 regiments. But more importantly, I believe, they actually increase the amount of loot that you take, which is obviously sweet. So now we've given it a few months for everyone to join. Do we have military access? We don't, actually. Oh, darn. And Fiume is sieging this province, which means we won't get the war score. But Milan won't get the war score either if they don't control the war goal. You really telling me we're not able to get across here? Come on. There's got to be a way. You must be giving conditional access to these people. They are. That's outrageous. They're giving military access to Switzerland. I'm at war with Switzerland. Give me military access. Oh, is it because Hungary's not? Couldn't I be able to? Oh, no, it's just because I have to cancel rebel suppression. Okay, we can get in. We can get in. Good. To Lombardy and Great Justice. We're going to struggle a little bit with... You can go from here to here, right? Yeah. We're going to struggle a little bit with supply. In we go. We have a lot of manpower available from the estates should we want it. And we don't really need blockades in this war, I think. Yeah, there's basically 1 coastal fort. And it's one we burnt down recently, so we're not really that concerned about burning it down again. I mean, sure, it'll be good to burn it down just to destroy the buildings, but in terms of the actual money we're going to get from it, it's not very high. So we'll take that additional merchant. Amazing. And then we will march the Flower of Youth off to war for the manpower. And some more conversions, which again, we're going to keep concentrating over here in the east. Because this is... I believe our culture group. Yeah, Georgian is in our culture group, which means I think we can get free cause there. And that new merchant, money-making wise, can you send money to Egypt? Oh, you can. Okay, we might actually send it to the Barbary coast. All our trade power here is transfers from downstream, basically, right? Yeah, pretty much. And we're also stealing trade power from Sicily right now. Let's see how much extra we get from this, because the question is, do we put him in the Barbary coast and transfer more money to the capital, or do I put him here so he can help convert the Black Sea? Let me poll Twitch chat. Hang on. Okay, so voting is ongoing in Twitch chat, and ironically, they can use money to buy extra votes, but not real money. Don't worry, I'm not that sleazy. But we're gonna put the merchant here and just see how much extra money we would get if we did have him here transferring money over. Because it's not just money that we're gaining. It's also money that the Tyrrhenian node is being denied, which is pretty important. What's this? Ordu. Ordos? Oops. Ordo. Where is this? Ordu with a U. So we're trying to convert them. We could get some secularism. We get some fanaticism for 10 unrest. Yes. Yes, that's an easy choice. We also get 1,000 free manpower. Sexy. All right. We're gonna take a look at how much additional money we actually get from this, because I suspect it's about 5 ducats probably. Maybe 3 ducats. Right now, pause. We're at 148.33. Excuse me, which goes to. All right, 6 ducats. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But the conversion is important. Like, there's a lot of provinces in the Black Sea node that are not Sunni yet. And we, while it's converting there, we can focus our missionaries elsewhere. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. Well, Twitch chat has decided, and I think I agree with them, we're going to go with the money. Not least because we're spending so... Holy crap, what happened to my income? Why is my income so high? Am I losing it? What changed? I think that's wrong. I think that can't be right. Are my discretionary expenses broken low? Yeah, why is education expense nothing? Is that just a bug? Oh my god. Is the church actually contributing enough money for all that we need? So, is it actually just that the church contributions are enough? Because it thinks we need 370 ducats to get to this level. And yet... Okay, there we go. It's back. It's back, and our income will have declined again. Yes. I thought that might be bugged. Opening and closing the window fixed it. Okay. Cool. Oh, I love having so many ideas being progressed towards at once. All right. The new army is marshalling. And yeah, our expenses are back to where they should be. But we are making an extra 90 ducats than we were very recently. So things are, you know, not to get too musical on you, but everything's going my way. God, I've had my mic's been peaking this entire time. Sorry about that. It's because I was talking so quietly in the previous episode. All right. The men are deploying. Milan will finally burn. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Banu Rassi will no longer transfer trade power to me. Bad move, Banu Rassi. By the way, we could be making, like, all of our guys on, what do you call it? Scootage. We'd be making quite a bit of extra money if we had them all on scootage. Especially if we did it to, like, Armenia. I think we should consider doing that because they don't seem to use their troops anyway. Like, Armenia hasn't used their troops for ages. So, yeah, actually, hey, Armenia, get scootaged. Because we're not giving any more land to Armenia, right? Well, even if we were, we could just take it in the war and then give it to them manually. So, Armenia, give me an extra 2.3 ducats a month, please. And Crimea, I'd like to be able to transfer the land directly to Crimea, I think. Well, no, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. I mean, we don't need them in a war. And if a coalition formed, we just turn off scutage. And coalitions don't form. Like, coalitions form only when they think they have enough men to go against you. And they count all your vassals' men, even if they have scutage on. I'm 99% sure. Yeah, scutage for you. Fars. I don't want to do Fars because we need their war goals. Granada. I don't want to do Granada because we need their war goals. Hejaz. You want to use their war goals. Sunya, I want to use their war goals. Tunisia, we can't. Wallachia. Wallachia does have claims, but I also have the claims. Ho-hum. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm gonna put Wallachia on scutage because it's a lot of money. Like 2.6 is not nothing. Okay, and that right there has racked up an additional 6.8 ducats a month. It doesn't sound like a huge amount when we're making hundreds and hundreds of ducats, but it's a lot of money. It adds up. It adds up not that slowly either. It's pretty nice. As a where else should we build universities? We got any more room for them in Egypt? Just a few. Maybe we should focus on building roads for a bit. Haleb, are you building roads? Yes, you've got the good roads. So here we go. More roads, please. It's going to take manpower. Come on. Must be able to afford them somewhere. Not yet. Okay, we need about 300 more ducats. Fair enough. An Orthodox church for Konya. Well, the Orthodox religion here declines quickly enough on its own. And I don't want the policy of intolerance. It's just that we don't want religious, useful minorities. So we're taking more attrition than we need to marching through these mountains. But I think I'm basically just in a hurry to get to these sieges. So that conversion of Ordu did go ahead despite their best efforts. Keep the conversions rolling. Yeah, still sending a decent amount from here. That's good. Okay. Marching it through the Alps. I do think maybe we should take... Like, I mean, the way that we make it kind of RP is that we're basically just taking piracy ports. We're basically just sending in... Like, we already own 45% of the trade power in the Tyrrhenian node. It's basically just a like a pirate hub if we take Liguria. Which you have to admit is pretty fun. Alright, coming in here. You guys rallied up yet? Still waiting on some more, probably buried behind ships, or under ships rather, in the training queue. If I had to guess. Alright. Oh, excuse me. Chad is asking a good question, which is historically, the Ottomans, you know, they did really well in this period, and they started to decline partly just because they didn't do the kind of centralizing internal reforms that a lot of other nations did, but also partly because they didn't have any involvement in the New World. Are we going to play that differently? I'm not sure. I think we're not going to get that involved in the New World. We're focused on... Wow, the highlight looks weird when you do it over this new Terra Incognita. It looks like it's glowing. We're going to focus on India, which obviously the Ottomans also didn't do enough of. So that's where we're going to get our large colonial wealth, basically. All right, you guys, Fermo, what are you doing? Whatever you're doing, I'm going to come and tell you to stop it. And yeah, I mean, the lack of the involvement of the New World wasn't a big reason for the Ottoman decline, because the Ottomans declined, you know, all on their own. It didn't take European intervention to cause the Ottoman decline. It was something that just happened. Toro Star, where is that? I know that name. There it is. Yes, Toro Slar, I guess. They're being trapped in the Med. That also wasn't the reason. It was very much corrupt internal practices, especially around the Janissaries. They didn't have a strong enough state apparatus to rival the Janissaries, I think is... If I had to give a very brief description of why the Ottomans didn't do well in the long term as an empire, the answer would definitely be Janissaries. as a one-word description. But I'm no scholar. We do now get 10% stability increase interval and prestige per development on missionaries, which is wonderful. Let's keep the conversions rolling around the coast here. Sounds good. Chat's saying we should have Ulm annex all of Germany for us, which we won't do because they're not green. So it's a stupid suggestion. How could you even think of such a thing? The ruler is dead, and we have a bad heir. Okay, well, this is always a troubling time. Our legitimacy tanks, and we get a bunch of unrest. You have a 626, which is obviously pretty nice. Not as good as he could be on Diplo, but obviously wildly great in the other areas. A massive celebration would cost 4,000 ducats, which is simply too much. So I am going to risk losing stability. Please don't do it. Oh, baby. And we're going to immediately disinherit this weakling 341 and introduce a new favorite. Let's see how he is. We got another heir in the meantime, a 313, not very good. I will take the one which tends to have better administrative skill. Oh, baby! What should we call him? What should we call the 645? Amazing. That is a heck of a ruler. Chat has had a great idea. We should definitely... We're not going to call him Victor the Third. We're going to call him Victor, which you don't spell like that, in honor of the Victoria 3 announcement. This video is going to come out in YouTube, on YouTube in literally like November, but I'm recording this just after PDXCon, or during PDXCon actually. So yeah, we're going to call him Victor. That's a good name. And he is deceitful. Oh, fantastic. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe Victoria 3 is still a meme, even though it's been announced. We need to demand... oh, damn, I can't get... Yeah, okay, we can get legitimacy from the lesser nobles. I am going to do that. We kind of need it to bring things under control here. Are we catching them here? Is the lack of a battle indicator correct? Place your bets. Nope. Unsurprising. Got him. Children of the Book. So this is obviously a big question. I think we still do take the jizya. It helps our finances. It's only once we have... I mean, I think we're going to keep the jizya tax for a long time. Just because the unrest reduction that it provides is so valuable. You guys can go back to Constantinople. And the sieges have begun. Let's split up a little bit here, because we don't want to be taking unnecessary attrition by being over the supply limit. Okay, and we will end up taking a loan here, of course. We are a lawgiver. Stability and monthly autonomy. Very nice indeed. Just the one loan there. Jolly good. Lawgiver is a pretty good trait pickup for us. Certainly better than our deceitful heir, but oh well. We will make do. Yeah, once we've got these sieges done, we're going to focus on sieging Switzerland, so we can kind of knock them out of the war sooner. And he's also a master theologian. That's what I'm talking about. We had that on our previous ruler as well. That's really very nice. The extra tolerance is not great, but yeah. So we now effectively have a time limit on this war, which is all of these rebellions. I don't want to have my army deployed down here when and if these large rebellions fire. Of course, our legitimacy is going to trend upwards. But, yeah. It's not perfect. And of course, even though we didn't lose stability on the ruler death event, we still lose stability when the ruler dies. Which makes sense. One stability loss being always all you get when a ruler dies is too little in vanilla, in my opinion. God, we're taking so much attrition. Yeah, they got hit and run tactics, giving us that additional percent, which means we are actually losing the number of men we have sieging here. Victor and the Pontic people. During his education, Victor has been very close to our royal advisor, forming a special bond with him and to the Pontic people. Bid someone else guide our young heir instead. We get a 50% off diplomatic advisor. That's pretty cool. Or he becomes Pontic and loses 25 claim strength. No, thank you. It's really unfortunate that we're going to lose this guy. Because we spent 2,000 ducats to promote him, but I'm not... Like, I would spend 2,000 ducats to gain 25 air claim strength. I would spend 1,000 ducats to get 25 air claim strength. So, no, sorry, you're gone. Look at this guy. What the heck's up with you? A Jewish financier. You gain unrest, lose stability, but you lose land attrition, land maintenance, and lose legitimacy. I don't think I've ever seen that guy before. That's cool. The construction cost one is still not good. I think we will take the national unrest down, even though he's only level 3. Oh, it's true. Yes, that is funny. The Jewish financier is a Muslim. I'm gonna go with the -3 national unrest, and we're gonna stay at just +3 for a minute. Now we're no longer way behind on admin tech. I'm less concerned. We are going to replace you, though, because we got a half-off advisor. Where is he? Excuse me? Where's my half-off advisor? Oh, it's you, right? I think it's him, yeah, because he's 4.6 rather than... Yeah. So, Diplo reputation up, improve relations up, dip cost down. It's a pretty nice get. We'll get him, we'll promote him. And there we go. He'll be a good get. We can potentially promote him in the future. Amazing. Let's get some more sieges started. In Switzerland, unfortunate. Oh, I thought Strasbourg was sieging them down, but they're not. That's fine then. Okay. Oh, conflict here. Oh, but they're not going for us. They're going for Fume. Fair enough. No worries then. And they haven't dared come down here again. Oh, I opened my Steam menu. Whoops. Alright. Yes, let them fight. We don't have any concerns at all. You need 8,000 artillery to get this siege going. We don't have quite enough in just these two, so we'll just get these smaller sieges done. Am I prepared to leave 22,000 men down here alone? Yes. It might not be the wisest move, but yes, I think that's fine. About to win the capital siege of Switzerland anyway. And you guys just waiting on one more unit? Is one forthcoming? Yes, good. And then once they're built up, obviously we'll ship them up to the front and get going here. Jizya taxes due, good, but you don't need to burden me with this notification. I think our jizya taxes have declined, which is a good sign, of course. Means that we're making progress towards converting more people. Ah, nice. I will take the cloth. And there goes burn. You're leaving. Give me these two simultaneously, please. We'll see how much loot we get just from Switzerland. Switzerland can are building quite tall because they I can't remember. Don't they have some kind of Swiss peace modifier at some point? I don't remember. Swiss neutrality thing ends up, or is that? Am I thinking of pop demand mod in Victoria 2? I honestly might be. Nice. Religious centre beginning to convert places. You love to see it. I'm gonna transport these lads up here and then have them land. Oh, actually, he annexed all of Pisa. How's his aggressive expansion? Not too bad. Him being Milan in that context. Ooh, Persian pretender rebels. I don't think pretender rebels succeeding breaks them free. It only breaks them free if they're a personal union, I believe. So I'm not that concerned about that. And even if they did break free, they would just accept vassalization again, I suspect. Caught Sicily spying on us. How dare they? Take another claim against Naples while we're at it. How much does Spy Network help with siege strength again? It's not bad. 10%. 10% from our 50 Spy Network. It's worth having. It's definitely worth having. Cost us about 20,000 manpower so far in this war. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. You guys should be privateering. Zitorenian. We will never offer you safe passage. And the tribes will contribute 4 ducats. And here's our tribals. Our only 2 tribal levies. They can rally up in Benghazi. Oh, hello. Hello there. Where are my transports gone? Where the heck have my transports gone? I totally didn't see them. They can come and get another easy kill down here. Quick little 360 boat landing. What was that called in CK2? Boat bombing. That's right. Because you could walk off the boats so incredibly quickly. They had to add in that you started with half morale when you came off the boats. That was really broken before then. Just suddenly showing up and wiping out the AI. Or even your, your human opponent's army. It was quite comically overpowered. So our ruler is a general. And I wouldn't mind getting our heir as a ruler, as a general rather, so we are going to use him. Yeah, boat bombing is it was a very descriptive name of what you actually did with the mechanic. Suddenly just kind of boom, you're all dead. Landing from the boats. It was a fun name. Okay, so Milan sent a lot of troops south. Let's keep our men in Sistan actually, so I can get the I meant to pause. Okay, they're too scared. No, they are committing. I think they're on the 12th. We're going to get the stack wipe before the 12th. Oh, no, we're not, because these guys are going to arrive. So, well, they are going to arrive, but it's not going their way. Let's see how we roll. Okay, we rolled really badly, so I'm going to retreat just 1 tile over. And they're going to pursue me because they're fools. No, they're not. Okay. There goes the Siege of Lombardia. Amazing. Move directly into Res, because that's the one that will block off their access from the south. We'll bring this army down here as well. And there's another siege done. And another one down, and another one down. More Swiss bite the dust. It doesn't really work, does it? How many people have we wiped out so far? Depopulation program. Wow, already 500,000 people and 3,000 ducats of loot. That's pretty harsh times for the Milanese. Gonna come out of this war smelling of roses. Internal conflicts in Lithuania. Amazing. We might want to move against them now. Do another loot war of them. We've treated them quite harshly already. There's another 3 local universities. How are we doing, by the by, on universities? Only 10 upper class pops without university access. Pretty nice. What's our discretionary expense on that looking like? 0. It might be that our expense is 0. It's just that it doesn't always have the it doesn't calculate the, what do you call it? Yes, the national education modifier keeps getting calculated wrong when you click around in these pop-ups. So we only need 3 more universities. So repay this loan first, but then we can work towards getting 3 more universities for sure. won the Siege of Constantine. You can come down here. We are going to full siege Milan, which is going to be another, I don't know, 4,000 ducats of loot, I'd say. Maybe a bit more. It's a prosperous region that is not going to be so after this. I mean, it will be quite prosperous, but we were looking at 68 ducats or so, remember, in Liguria before we started. It's already down to 59. Oh, those poor bastards. Bohemia, did you just get a personal union? Yes, I thought you might have done. Bohemia now rules over Poland. That's new, right? Pretty sure that's new. Okay, another siege acquired. Just keep coming south. The ones with generals should make sure they're performing the actual sieges. Here they are coming back north, but not willing to take the fight in either of these armies. Poor guys. Poor, weak Milan. Remember when the Milanese condottieri caused so many problems? And were causing, like, huge deaths in our war against, like, Siena, Florence, and Papal State? The first great Italian war? Oh, those were the days for Milan. How the mighty have fallen since then. We are spending a lot of manpower on these loot wars, though. We probably spent like 500,000-600,000 men. Probably closer to 600,000 men so far looting down Italy. Which is not insignificant. Not insignificant in the slightest. Oh, hello. They're looking like they might want to take a fight. Well, we're going to peace out. Yeah, they're probably going after this lot. What is the... It's wooded hills. Influence over Granada has ended. No, thank you. Can I... Do you have military access to come down here? No. I would kind of like to gather up my forces a bit. For now, let's just hang out in the defensive terrain. And yeah, we'll peace out Switzerland as soon as we finish looting them, of course. Should be good. Okay, we will want to give another gift to them, but we only need like 3 more universities. Shame, the thing is there's just nowhere to build them because we don't have enough cities to build the cheap universities in. We could build renowned universities. It's actually cheaper for us to get a renowned university here than one more basic level university. So sure, let's build some renowned universities. I really want to get, like, I think is it 2.5? Is that the max possible national education modifier? Alright, Vord falls this tick. And now we can let Switzerland go, and we didn't even have to fight their army. Give me your cash, give me your trade power. End your alliance with Milan, because Milan is going to burn several times. Don't think I care about any of the rest of these. Yeah. Fine. Not going to get much out of the trade power and cash from them, obviously, but every little helps. There goes Switzerland. You'll need to actually go via here to get that siege started. Yeah, pretty happy sitting in the defensive terrain down here in these hills, eating all the Pope's food. And what do we need for the next one of these? Like Bursa, you could do with one. Sure, let's get 1,000 ducat better university in Bursa. We could also consider building bigger art corporations, like here, in order to get a kind of chain to bring that that better art down into our whatchamacallit, and down to Egypt when things kick off. Yeah. Could be an idea. Are we catching them there? We are. Nice. Ha! Caught a Milanese spy. What are you trying to learn, Milan? Are you wondering whether I'm planning on declaring war on you? Alright. It'd be really good if we could get access up here. So maybe I will... Now that I know the Milanese army is up here, I think I will see if I can siege through down here. Although... Yeah, I'd like to catch some of these guys. We can't let them get sieges down in the south, because those are places we're trying to urbanize. Oh, okay, hello. Milan taking a fight. Make sure they don't. I'd rather not fight them. I mean, there's no reason to fight them, really. Unless they're actually, you know, threatening to start sieges, like these guys down here. These morons. Oh, excuse me. Stop. Could be a problem. These are wooded highlands. These guys are going in the wrong direction, so... I suspect Wallachia will come help as well. Local aiders demand trade. No. I refuse. You can't... You don't demand of your sultan. The Caliph does not hear demands. He hears polite requests given from loyal subjects. Would like another construction, a production building there. How are we doing on production centers? I really want one in Konya. We just need more production in like all of Anatolia, basically, to get that going. So, yeah, corporation guilds here and here. There's no craftsmen's districts to be done, really. Trebizond isn't in the same region. Yeah, and then some more workshops, basically. Yeah, I think building all these workshops, like all of them, in this central region to crank up the number of centers of trade. Because if you're not familiar, centers of trade and centers of production are created in accordance, like the number of them correlates with, not correlates, but it's directly caused by the quantity of production going on in a region affects the number of those centers of production. So if we can just increase the net production going on in the whole region, we increase the number of those we're going to get. Let's land these guys here from the sea, and we'll temporarily put our Venetian pirates blocking the coast to make sure we don't have any problems. Can't be having with problems. Jaldeki is indeed in the same region as Thrace. It's based on, firstly, areas. Or is it? I think it might just be based on regions, actually. It's regions and subcontinents, I think. So each subcontinent has a certain number of the high-level ones, then each region has a certain number of the low-level ones. Pretty sure how that works. But yeah, these are the regions. Egypt is a heck of a region. Okay. Did I ever bring these guys up from Benghazi? I didn't, right? Right. Did I not train additional ships for you in the end? I thought I did. Must be misremembering. And I think we can afford a workshop. Can indeed. Give me a few of those. We focused, I think, maybe slightly too much on just the main cities. It worked well for the cultural, like our cultural revolution. But now that we have more cash flow and good tech situation, we should pivot to building a bunch of, at least some investment in the smaller buildings, which will be good. Alright. Grab these, please. Once we've got this fort, they're going to really struggle to come in. Slave uprising, whatever. Got you. We'll just try and grab this one real quick. Catholic Church, sure. Finish the Siege of Liguria, that was nice and quick. We'll grab the outlying ones while then armies aren't around, because then we'll want to kind of consolidate together. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's Alpine Tundra, really not where you want to be having a fight. Combat width will negate their numbers advantage somewhat, at least. But yeah, we're going to lose this fight. I'm hoping we don't get stack wiped. Yeah, I mean, they have... Yeah, obviously the other guys were hiding around nearby. They have almost double the numbers. Just making sure we keep our conversions in the area we want them. Yeah, I don't think we are going to get stack wiped, though, but... Yeah, that hurt, obviously. Let's flee to Parma. We only lost 3,000 men in the end. It's not too bad, not too bad. Alright, okay. With that shameful defeat, we're going to begin a new siege. These guys are going to join us in Parma, but we're going to call it a part there. Thank you ever so very much for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we'll continue our loot war of Milan, but don't worry, I'm not going to let you go without showing you the current loot totals. We've got 5,000 500 ducats. Pretty darn nice. And still going to increase. Lots of this region is heavily urbanized, and we have yet to siege some of the choicest bits of the country, which will be excellent. But all of this and more in the next episode. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.